A kind of big brand new update arrived for my Pura 80 Ultra. This is the version number of the new HarmonyOS next version, or HarmonyOS 6 version actually. The 115 at the end indicates that it brings some interesting changes, and we will take a look at them right now. So what we can see here are some security updates that are introduced with 6.0.0.115 in comparison to the previous version. It is not fixing something, it is adding a new security feature that is only supported when you're using it together with other versions or with other devices that have this version. In the gallery application, I am in the gallery application, we have, when we go to highlights, a new option to set favorites. So if I go in here, let me pause this here, all my selfies, can set it up to favorites if I want to, and then I have the ability to go to favorites tab where everything is collected nice and easily, which is, I think, very, very cool indeed. Then we have some more things in the gallery application, like for example an indication for HDR Vivid or HDR images. HDR Vivid is the video format and HDR images is of course for images. And there's allowing for 3D images from third-party applications. I don't know which applications are meant there. Some optimizations for the calendar applications and font display there. I didn't notice much of a difference there. Notifications, however, is quite interesting because when I go into apps and services, I now have the option to go into the browser, and under notifications I can set a different ringtone for this notification for this application. So this is an app-specific notification ringtone that I can set up, which is very, very cool. Then there's a smart summary feature for SMS notifications. The system can intelligently identify SMS notifications related to verification codes and bank transfers and display key information, which is super, super useful when you have these two-factor authentications going on there. I cannot demonstrate it to you right now, but it is working very nicely here. Add support for intelligent identifying of reducing the display of advertising SMSs, which is also cool, but it's mostly for the Chinese market, not so much for the European market. System optimizations are also there. For example, allows you to view the list of apps that support live view by going to settings, notification status bar, and then live view. So we are already at apps and services, and there I think we go to services. Where was it? Apps and services, it said, and then live view. I don't see more apps here. Restore apps, live view. Maybe I'm missing something. Settings, notifications and status bar, live view. Oh, I'm wrong. I have to go settings, status bar and notification bar, and then live view, and then I get all my applications that support live view, the apps and services. So in this case the apps, and as you can see here, there's only a few of those apps that support this live view, all native apps. So other apps are not supported right now, but it's cool that we have this list now. Then in contacts we have the support for batch sharing contacts, very useful if you want to transfer over all your contacts from one phone to another phone. You can now select multiple contacts and share them in a batch, which is very nice. The lock screen adds a new lock screen signature style, which is available. I'm not going through this because it's like a more cosmetic kind of thing. The more interesting is like updates optimize the display of certain screens, and they don't tell you what has been done. It's a big thing for Android users. Easy abroad. You know, we could on Droid move apps out of the container, out of this folder. Now it's also possible for Easy Abroad. So if I have an application just like X, for example, and I want to move it outside here into my social media folder, I have now the ability to do so, and you can see it is now there with a nice little logo that indicates that it's an Easy Abroad app, like this little flight symbol there. So they finally implemented that. I think it was already an Easy Abroad, so it's not an Easy Abroad app, it's an update for the system itself. You need to have the system for it to work, so it's not working on older systems. So maybe it's a new API they've implemented that it's now working finally here to get it out of there. And now you can like sort your icons the way you want it, and you don't have to rely on those large big icons anymore. So these are the new features of this new version. I can show you again the version number here so that you see it. Version 6.0.0.115 SP26, and in this case on the Pura 80 Ultra, but it will also will also come to other devices like the Mate 60 and the Pura X. So stay tuned for more. Until the next time.